Hello everyone, this is Alex and you're on the VirrCraft channel. Today we'll be working on painting a miniature. This is my D&D figure and my current character, a Minotaur barbarian named Elot. I won't delve into the backstory too much, but I will say that finding the right figure was quite challenging. Despite there being many Minotaurs available, both evil and not so evil ones. It took me a while to choose, and in the end I settled on this figure from DaybreakMiniatures. In truth, the figure looks more like Tauren from World of Warcraft, but since back in the days when I played World of Warcraft, I played as a Tauren. So this particular figure really appealed to me. And yeah, enough about the backstory, let's get to painting the miniature. First, I'll use the black primer. I choose this color for a reason. Firstly, I'll show you a new and interesting preparation method called Zenithal priming. Actually, it's not really new, but it's new for me. And secondly, the main color of the character's fur is black. And regarding Zenithal priming, it's a priming method that involves two stages, let's say. First, we cover the model with a base color, usually it should be darker, and then we apply a lighter color from above or at an angle, often this color much lighter or even white. This way we creating natural shadows on the model and can even indicate the light source angle, which helps in creating and highlights more easily. So for my Minotaur I opted for a slightly unconventional, perhaps a method of Zenithal priming. I used Zenithal priming with a brush. So we can name it dry brush Zenithal priming? I guess so. This approach is also useful for emphasizing angles and creating shadow effects. We simply take a dry brush and apply white paint all over the miniature. A tip here from my side is to use different angles and brush strokes. Since I'm still learning, I recommend experimenting. Dry brushing will respond to your brush movements, so use some different movements. For example, circular motions will yield one result, while single strokes will give a different effect. So just try different techniques and find out what the best suit to your exact case and your model best. After finishing the dry brushing and highlighting, it's time to envision how our miniature will look. Since I'm not an expert in miniatures painting, I prefer to plan the color in advance. You can find inspiration through research or even try to get sketches from neural network if you'd like Midjourney, DaVinci or others. For myself, I do something like this. I took a picture and make simple notes, indicate which part will be colored with which color. These don't necessarily have to be the exact color you will use. Moreover, during the painting process, you might change your mind and choose different colors. But, however, having some reference is still really helpful. Alright, the decision is made, we choose suitable colors and start painting process. So, first of all, I started with leather. So hardened leather, speed paint was my choice. All elements that can be made of leather and wood are painted first. I'm not sure if I'm come up with this on my own or learn it from a countless tutorial I watched, but it's better to begin with dark colors and move upwards to lighter ones. Firstly, if you accidentally get a light color on an already painted dark area, you can easily cover it with the original dark color if you need, because it might be not even noticeable. That wouldn't be possible if you make a similar mistake with a dark color on light one. And secondly, light color are usually less intense and easily to control, since you often need to apply multiple layers, making it easy to correct mistakes. So after the leather, I painting wood with dark wood color. When wood parts are done, I painted ribbons in red. I used blood red. This will emphasize the barbaric fury. Mask the blood of defeated enemies and simply just look cool. Next, I covered the body and fur with the main color. I used grey flowered grey. It's less intense and will highlight previous shadowed areas. Once the base color is applied, I take white paint and correct the element that shouldn't have been covered with the dark color and will be painted with another color later. This is also the stage where I can create some highlights for the edges. Next, I move on to the green. I believe firstly I decided to use Absolution Green, but later changed my mind and choose Orc Skin. Green color will reflect the proximity to nature of my character. Again, a lore thing. And for the bone color, I used Pallid Bone, which emphasizes the elements made of bones. I paint the hooves with the base color, cover the horns and everything else that fits into this color schema. Next, I decide to cover the metallic elements. Vallejo silver for metallic parts and Vallejo gold for what's a surprise, gold parts. For metallic paints, I recommend using separate synthetic brushes, as tiny metal particles in such paint can damage your natural brushes. And yeah, I know that there exists a non-metallic metal method, but yeah, as I stated, I'm just learning. So maybe later I will try to use this one. After applying the base color, there is not much left to me to do since I use speed paint. It helps to create a sense of volume and it's a great paint for beginners. However, to achieve the final results I used the regular acrylic paints from Vallejo. I didn't film the entire process of correcting and highlighting, but if you'd like to see it, just let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And before we move on to the final review, I'd like to ask you to subscribe my channel, like this and my other videos, and leave a comment below. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next video. And now, let's enjoy the grand review of the final results.